Allisha Gray's story is not only about basketball, it is about resilience, adaptation, and a quiet kind of greatness that often goes underappreciated but never unnoticed by those who truly study the game. When people talk about stars of the WNBA, the conversation tends to circle around the most decorated scorers or the loudest personalities. Yet in every generation, there are players who embody the soul of the sport. Players who compete with a level of professionalism, consistency, and intensity that makes teams function at their best. Allisha Gray is one of those rare players. Her career is defined not by flashy theatrics, but by an unwavering devotion to every aspect of the game. She is a reminder that basketball greatness does not always scream for attention. Sometimes it speaks in a quiet, steady rhythm that builds a legacy brick by brick. Her roots stretch back to Greenwood, South Carolina, though she grew up in Sandersville, Georgia, a small town that helped shape the foundation of who she would become. In communities like Sandersville, talent does not hide for long, and by the time Allisha was playing organized basketball, it was obvious to anyone who watched that she was gifted with both natural ability and an uncommon drive. Many children dream of greatness. Far fewer commit themselves to the sacrifices it demands. For Allisha, the dream and the discipline came together early. Her family played a pivotal role in supporting her journey, ensuring that she had the resources, encouragement, and guidance to pursue the game she loved. As a young athlete, she was tall, fast, and physically imposing, but there was more beneath the surface. She studied the game. She absorbed details. She approached basketball not just as something to do but as something to master. That mindset made her stand out at every level she played. By high school, Gray was one of the most highly regarded players in the country. She was a McDonald's All-American, a Gatorade Player of the Year in Georgia, and one of the top recruits of her class. She had choices, big ones, and with those choices came the weight of expectations. For many athletes, this stage can be overwhelming, but for Allisha it was simply another step forward, another challenge to embrace. Her college decision initially brought her to the University of North Carolina, a program with history, prestige, and a fan base hungry for stars. Gray wasted no time proving herself on that stage. As a freshman, she was a revelation, averaging double figures in scoring and earning the honor of ACC Freshman of the Year in 2014. She displayed a complete game, strong defense, confident shooting, the ability to drive inside and finish through contact. Her poise was beyond her years, and her ceiling seemed limitless. UNC provided her with a platform, but after 2 seasons, circumstances led her to seek a new opportunity, one that would not only challenge her but ultimately define her career in a historic way. That opportunity came at the University of South Carolina, under head coach Dawn Staley. The decision to transfer was not easy. It meant leaving behind familiar ground and stepping into a new system with different expectations. But for Gray, it was a decision rooted in ambition and belief. At South Carolina, she found not only a coach who understood her, but also a team that was on the verge of breaking through to greatness. Her arrival added depth, toughness, and experience to a program building towards something special. The culmination came in 2017 when the Gamecocks captured their first NCAA national championship. That season, and particularly that tournament run, cemented Gray's reputation as a big-game player. She was integral to South Carolina's success, not just with her scoring and defensive work, but also with her calm presence under pressure. Championships are never won by one player. They are the product of a collective, but Gray was one of the pillars of that collective. Her journey from UNC to South Carolina, from promising freshman to national champion, reflected the resilience and adaptability that would later define her professional career. That same year, Gray declared for the WNBA draft and was selected 4th overall by the Dallas Wings. The transition from college to the professional game can be daunting, but Gray approached it with the same maturity that had guided her through every stage of her career. From her very first season, she showed she was ready. Winning the 2017 WNBA Rookie of the Year award, she announced herself as a force in the league. While some rookies struggle to find their place, Gray stepped into the league with confidence and skill, immediately proving she could compete against the best players in the world. In Dallas, she developed into one of the most dependable guards in the WNBA. She became known for her two-way game, capable of scoring in bunches but equally committed to defensive excellence. She could guard multiple positions, disrupt passing lanes, and rebound like a forward, all while providing steady scoring. Coaches trusted her because she did everything well. Teammates trusted her because she played for the team above herself. Fans respected her because she never took a possession off. What makes Allisha Gray so unique is her versatility. She is not defined by a single skill but by her ability to impact the game in countless ways. Need scoring? She can provide it. Need a defensive stopper? She can shut down an opponent's best guard. Need rebounding in a key moment? She'll fight for the ball as if the game depends on it. Need leadership by example? She shows it every night. These qualities made her invaluable to the Wings, and later, to the Atlanta Dream when she was traded there. A move that allowed her to return closer to her Georgia roots and bring her talents to a team on the rise. While her WNBA career has been rich with accomplishments, one of her most shining moments came on the international stage. In 2021, basketball introduced a new format to the Olympics, 3x3. It was a faster, more physical, and more improvisational style of play that demanded adaptability and toughness. Allisha Gray was a perfect fit. Representing the United States, she played with grit, confidence, and skill, helping lead the team to a gold medal in the inaugural 3x3 Olympic tournament in Tokyo. Winning gold is the pinnacle of any athlete's career, but to do it in a brand new format added even more historical weight. Gray's performance showed the world her versatility. She could shine in the traditional 5-on-5 game and in the demanding, condensed 3x3 version as well. That gold medal will forever be a symbol of her place among basketball's elite. Back in the WNBA, Gray has continued to evolve. She has become a veteran presence, someone younger players look up to for guidance, stability, and example. She does not need to be the loudest voice in the locker room because her game and her professionalism speak volumes. The respect she commands across the league is evident. Opponents know they cannot take her lightly. Coaches design game plans with her in mind. Teammates feel more secure when she is on the floor. That is the mark of a true professional, not just the numbers she puts up, but the trust she inspires in everyone around her. Yet what makes Allisha Gray's story even more inspiring is how she has carried herself beyond the court. In a sports world often dominated by flash and social media presence, Gray remains grounded and authentic. She has embraced her role as a role model, particularly for young athletes in Georgia and South Carolina who see in her a reflection of their own dreams. She shows them that greatness does not always come from being the loudest or the most celebrated. It comes from discipline, work ethic, and staying true to yourself. Her journey is also a lesson in resilience. She has faced transitions, from college transfers to team changes in the pros. She has adapted to new systems, new teammates, and new roles. Each time, she has embraced the challenge, refusing to let circumstances define her. Instead, she has defined herself through consistency and perseverance. That is the true mark of greatness, not just achieving success, but sustaining it across years and through change. Today, as she continues to write new chapters in her career, Allisha Gray stands as one of the most respected and impactful players in the WNBA. Her resume speaks for itself: NCAA champion, WNBA Rookie of the Year, Olympic gold medalist, veteran leader. But beyond the accolades, it is her presence, the way she plays, the way she leads, the way she represents the game, that makes her legacy enduring. For the fans who have followed her journey from the small gyms of Georgia to the bright lights of the Olympics and the WNBA, her career is a source of pride and inspiration. For her peers, she is a competitor who commands respect. For the game of basketball, she is a guardian of its true spirit, a reminder that the sport is about more than points and highlights. It is about effort, teamwork, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Allisha Gray's story is still unfolding, and the best may yet be ahead. But even now, she has etched her place in basketball history. Her path reminds us that greatness can be quiet but undeniable, steady but unshakable, humble but unforgettable. And as her career continues, one truth is clear. Allisha Gray is not just a player who passes through the game. She is a player who leaves it better than she found it, and her legacy will resonate long after her playing days are over.